Hey dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So previously I did a live stream regarding Seven Knights 2 and its official review, and they have updated their official website with more hero art and hero skill animation. So we're going to take a look at all of them in this video. There are about 35 heroes. The first faction is the one we are very familiar with, and that is the Seven Knights. So we have Dellons. The skill animation and the hero art is really amazing. Look at this. So we have his skill animation here. We also have some in-game footage. So he uses a lot of his scythe and it's amazing. I think he has 2 scythes. Yeah, and that's the Grim Reaper that he summons, as we all know. Moving on, we do have Eileene. So this is her 6-star art and it looks amazing as well. Yep, so the final skill is actually their ultimate skill, which is kind of like their awakened skill in a sense, and you can see that it has a more elaborate animation overall. And Eileene does possess some super speedy animations, which is really cool given that she is the Empress of Lightning. Moving on, we have Rachel, and I think if you watch the trailer, you will know how amazing Rachel's Phoenix animation is. And that was so beautiful. I mean, you know, looking at them come alive in 3D is really amazing, considering that we have been seeing them since 4 years ago, right? In the mini chibi version, and to see our very familiar heroes in glorious 3D is really amazing. Next, we have Rudy. He looks super handsome here, and his art is amazing. So it seems to have a shield smash effect. Yeah, that was his ulti. And then finally we do have Spike as well. Spike is actually one of the last 7 Knights. They don't have all the 7 Knights, unfortunately. No Jave. So we haven't seen actually Spike's animation, so this is the first time it's being reviewed. And it looks very similar to our in-game one, our 7 Knights 1 one. Yeah, pretty much all about the eyes, all about the freeze. I hope all these skills have different kind of effects, because that would be very interesting to use and play with. Next up, after this faction, we do have the new faction called the Dawn Mercenaries. The first one we have is Chengchen. Okay, Chengchen. She uses 2 gauntlets, I believe. Yeah, 2 armored gauntlets, arms kind of thing. And she pretty much looks like a kung fu hero. And she does have a dragon as well. Yeah, and she just smashes down with her ultimate. And I think she does have some Chinese origin from the looks of it. Also in the same faction is Lucas, and his Korean name is actually called Rookie, okay, but his English name is called Lucas, and he's actually pretty unique. He uses cards as a weapon, and that's something I actually want to see. He's kind of like Joker in 7 Nights 1, but this is so much more advanced. Very, very cool, and if he is definitely someone I want to try if I'm gonna play this game, because I think his skill animations are so cool. I personally love heroes that use cards as weapons, and the fluidity of the animation is just something so beautiful to look at. Next up we have Lene, and she is the daughter of Eileene. Okay, so she is in the Dawn mercenary group. We're gonna look at her skill animations. So like her mother, she does use electrifying attacks. Yeah, she has the electrifying aspect to her, and she also uses a spear like her mum, and also has inherited the purple hair. The last member in the Dawn mercenary is Kane, if I'm not wrong. Kade. Okay, his name is Kade. He is someone also new, haven't seen his animations before, so he uses a hammer and a shield. Hammer and a shield, interesting. So you can see that, you know, given his gear, he is pretty sluggish. I think most hammer users are pretty sluggish. Yeah, I think the way he moves is pretty slow. Not a fan of hammer users and shield users. Okay, you guys may like him a lot. He has a cyber shield though, pretty interesting. So that's Kade, and then the next faction is actually going to be the Elder group. So I think these are all elves. Yeah, they are all elves. The first one we have is Claire. She is an archer and we've previously seen her before. So this is a brand new race. But then again, you know, Theo is also an elf, if you guys didn't realize. And maybe, you know, she's related to Jupi as well, because Jupi is an elf too, and Jupi is also an archer. So maybe, and I really like her skill animations. She has a deer, a spiritual deer, which she can summon in her ulti. Personally, I do like ranged heroes, so she's definitely one I would want to try out as well. And then we have Adel, I think. Let's call him Adel. Cheeky face. He uses a very long rapier, or I don't know what you call that, and a shield. So he's kind of like Rudy but without a sword. And he does seem to have tank properties from the skill animations, as you saw, right? He has this buff kind of effect, so he probably can get his defenses high. And next up we have Miss Velvet. So Miss Velvet is one of the more sultry new heroes in the game. Okay, as you can see from her art and outfit. Unfortunately, I cannot translate the page to review the English text, to review the translations behind it, so it's pretty unfortunate, and I'm sorry about that. But we'll look at skill animations here. She uses a whip, and it looks amazing. I love heroes that use whips. Kind of like Spina, right? Spina is also an elf, but I mean she has elf-like ears, but she's a demon. So pretty cool. And the ulti looks amazing. So after this faction, we have another faction, and that is Yeonhee. Yeonhee is alone. She's the only Fallout of all. You guys can see her skill animations. You guys will find it very familiar. So she uses finger bullets. And this is her ulti. She summons a lot of meteorites. Not just one, but a lot of meteorites. And does, I think, AoE damage. So I guess in PvP, you know, in this game, you probably want to take note of all these area effects so that you will avoid being damaged, because there's clearly a ring that denotes where the damage is going to be done. So if that's, you know, we are playing PvP for this game, these are things that we need to observe and get used to. The next faction is actually called the Doom Legion, and we have a very interesting character here. He is called Neo, but if you look carefully, he does resemble a certain hero, and that's because he is called Neo Dellons. So not too sure what the lore behind him is. Okay, Neo Dellons. Apparently he's a clone or something, and he uses a very interesting weapon. He actually flies too. Yeah, and he uses those two, I don't know what you call that, I really don't know, aerial swords. Yeah, look super dope. I wonder if it can act like a taunt, so that you can attract enemies to it, so that Neo Dellons doesn't get damaged himself. And then we have Shane. Okay, Shane's art is amazing as well. This is something we've never seen from Shane. And we're gonna look at her skill animations now. We know her model is amazing already, right? Oh, okay. So I was expecting more from the ulti. I guess she just moves super fast and slices very fast, like her, you know, like her animation in 7S1. Yeah, she pretty much does the same kind of animation, but you know, in a 3D space now. Then we have Tristan. This is also someone that I was talking about in my live stream. So Tristan kind of has that ancient Korean hat thing, but his weaponry is very technologically advanced. Yeah, he has this kind of armor plates that he uses to make his big arms, and they also fly out to hit surrounding enemies. So definitely there's melee attacks and area of effect attacks as well. And then we have Ming. So she's the girl that we saw in the opening trailer, I think. She uses a hammer and a teddy bear. So her hammer can grow magically. Pretty interesting, she looks fun to play with. I guess they always need some kind of cute, kawaii characters in the game, otherwise everything else is really serious. So yeah, this is a good, refreshing change. And then after Ming, we have another member of the Doom Legion, and that's Windigo. He is pretty much like an ice hero. Ice and wind, I would say, if you observe his skill animations. But he does mostly melee attacks. But he seems to also be able to control the wind, control the air. Yeah, so he can hit without actually touching, I believe. From what I see. Like he can control the air current in a way. So it's pretty cool. Might want to try him out as well. After this faction, there is another faction. There are many factions, and there is the question mark faction with Karin and Evan. So Karin looks totally amazing compared to her 7x1 look. Okay, but I'm not too sure about her 3D animation, 3D model. It looks kind of funny. Yeah, so there she is using her wand, her staff. Yeah, and you can see her recovering, healing. So she's definitely the healer that you may want to bring around with. Not sure what's her ultimate though. Yeah, it just seems to be that attack right there. And then of course we have Evan. Evan looks amazing as well. This is the awakened Evan look, by the way. Yeah, so he's a multiple hits apparently. He can hit multiple enemies, and this is awakened skill, which looks exactly the same as his normal awakened skill in 7x1, which is really good. The nostalgia is so real. I think the more I watch the videos, the more excited I get to try the characters out, even though I'm not an MMO game player. This new faction is called the Solver Guild or something like that. We have the first character, Shay. She has not been shown before, so she's completely new. And we're gonna take a look at her skill animations. She seems to use this floating orb. Yeah, which expands and hits the enemies, so it's pretty cool. Kind of like a toy in a way. A top. A big top, yeah. You know, it would be very interesting if they actually introduce these characters into 7x1 as well. To, you know, as a crossover kind of faction. That would be really cool. The next one in the Solver Guild is Scott. Scott has also not been released before, so this is the first time we're looking at him. He is a pyro hero with a huge sword. He has a pyro arm, wow. Wow, so he is the fire one. Wow, he looks cool. He looks cool, I don't deny. He looks cool. He's actually pretty fast with that big sword as well, right? Unlike what usually they'd like to show that heroes with big swords tend to move pretty slow, but he looks pretty fast, which I like. And then we have Casper, one of my favorite heroes. She looks amazing. I love the color coordination and everything. So she seems to have two huge butcher knives. And she moves pretty fast, and she has a double team effect, it seems. Right, she can split up and then come back and slash. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I mean, she's definitely one of the heroes I want to try. So then we have this faction, which is the Forgotten Heroes. This is actually, surprise surprise, Eileene, okay, but she has a title. She's called the Eternal Thunder Eileene. She's not the same Eileene as the first one, apparently. So it is also very likely that she came from a different dimension, who knows, different time. She does have a more red lightning kind of effect, like the Awakened Eileene that we have, right? Yeah, and she, wow. Flashier. That skill looks amazing. And of course we also have Rudy. So this is the Hermit Rudy, okay, Hermit Rudy. Very different from the Knight Rudy. No shield. And a lot more mature. So wait, what? Wow. Wow, his sword is amazing. I'm gonna look at that again. And he seems to bounce off this invisible shield. Like that. So he has leaps a bit into the air. And his sword actually breaks. Wow. Okay, that's cool. The next faction, the second last faction, I believe. Yeah. Second last faction is called the Saint Society, or the Saint Group. Okay. This is the gunner girl that we saw in the trailer. She's called Cosette. Cosette. Her speech sounds like a robot. She sounds like a doll. I think she's a doll. I don't know. But she seems to have the ability to blow back enemies, so she can potentially help to clear you away from melee attacks. She has a magic automaton device. But it seems like the bad thing about her is she targets one enemy only to blow them back. So not sure if she has other skills that can do, you know, more widespread damage. And then here we have Henry. He is the kind of like the Rosie in our game, because he uses a lantern as well. Actually, wow. Honestly, his skill animations look really nice. Very unique actually, I would say. Very different. He seems to use scent, like auras, and yeah, auras as a damage weapon, as a weapon. Waves and auras. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Want to try him too. All these heroes, if they come over to 7 Knights 1, I'll be so happy. And then here we have Serena. Serena is also a pretty unique hero. She uses flowers. So she has two huge flowers behind her floating. And they are pretty much her weapon. Her ulti looks like a healing move. May not be, because she causes a flower storm, and she also has this orb flying around her. And the final member of the Saint Society is Melissa. Now Melissa is also someone that we saw previously, was revealed 2 years ago, and she does look like a healer. Ooh. I don't know, maybe she's just a light mage. Yeah, maybe she's just a light mage, but she has that feeling of she has the essence of a healer. And her ulti, she casts sorts of revealing light. And in the final faction, it's basically called Other Heroes, okay? We have Theon, the Lion, probably the descendant of Rook, because Seven Knights 2 happens 20 years later, so maybe he's related to Rook. He looks like a lightning hero too. Okay, so he can control lightning, control it and cause an explosion, draw it to him and then explode out. And his weapons look like they can be fixed together. Then we have Guilihan. Guilihan is also a hammer user. You can see the animations now. Very slow. Very slow. Yeah, not really a fan. He looks cool, but not really a fan. The next hero is Ian. So he is supposedly Clem's son, who also is called Darren. So I'm not sure if he is actually Clem's son, or he comes under a different identity here. Yeah, but rumor is that he is Clem's son. He is also a magic user. He uses vials. Not gonna lie, he looks very interesting to use. So he throws a lot of vials. Pretty interesting. And looks pretty fun as well. He has a big spell book. So he probably has different elemental spells from what it seems. I saw like fire and water. Yeah. Then we have Veldur. Veldur looks like Jave. Okay, Veldur looks like Jave, but he's not Jave. And he controls no dragon, and he has chains. So he's kind of like a mixture of cow. Wow. His chain animation is pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Wow. I'm really amazed at that. I like heroes with chains too. It's pretty unique because he uses a sword and chain. And his chains are not real. That's cool. Well used. After Veldur, we have this hero called Iota. So I'm really curious about her origin because she does not look human. She does not sound human too. She doesn't sound human at all. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate because I would really want to see Rin here. I realize we don't have heroes that have like creatures and dragons. So yeah, this Iota uses a very long axe. And yeah, she's definitely not human. The very last hero for this video is Juju. Okay, I can't remember what she does. She's a mage. Okay, she's a mage. Mages are always cool to me. She seems to be the opposite, oh! Hang on. Whoa! She controls scorpions. That's cool. She controls scorpions. She seems to be the opposite of Melissa, who is kind of light mage. She is kind of like a dark mage. Okay, I was just saying that we don't have heroes that have creatures, but here we have one who controls scorpions. Yep, so that's pretty much the factions in 7 Knights 2 and the 35 heroes. There's actually 46 heroes, so not sure if they're still gonna review any more. And yeah, hopefully we get to see, hopefully I can actually translate the pages in time to come and provide more information about the heroes' background. That would be pretty interesting to know because all these heroes are so new, so if they have any relations to heroes in 7 Knights 1, I think that will be very interesting. So thank you guys for watching. Leave in the comments which hero so far caught your attention and which you are actually willing to try. And hopefully we get news of the game for the English release maybe early next year. Yeah. And stay tuned for more videos. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and see you.